We know that testosterone plays a big role in the development of men. Imagine you have twins who are 10 years old, one boy and one girl. At this age, they might look quite similar in size and strength, but wait 5 years and you see a big change. The boy will likely be taller, have more muscles, and stronger bones. This happens because during puberty, boys produce a lot of testosterone. This hormone helps them develop these features, making them look different from girls after puberty. Testosterone is an important hormone for us men, affecting both our bodies and minds. It helps men grow more facial hair and build bigger muscles, and it even makes their facial bones stronger. But the benefits of testosterone go beyond just looks. Having the right amount of this hormone can make you feel more energetic and happier, and it might even help you feel more motivated to go after your goals in life. When researching about testosterone or trying to learn about testosterone, there are so many lies that are just not true. You probably find most of these lies in the manosphere or the bro science type of channels that are telling a lot of people how a high testosterone man behave. If he sits with his leg closed, yup, he's not a man, he has low testosterone. Quite frankly, it's not that straightforward. Another myth about testosterone is that it's linked with being aggressive. This isn't a very stable claim, since there is research that disproves this claim of being linked with aggressiveness, and there's also research proving that testosterone and having a high amount of it is linked to aggressive behavior, so I would just take this with a grain of salt. People also think the more testosterone you have, the better your life is, the bigger your muscles. Well, not exactly. Those testosterone actually has to bind to androgen receptors. Think of it like trying to connect your AirPods to your phone. If it doesn't correctly connect, you won't hear music. Just like how there are negative side effects of too much testosterone, there's also negative side effects of too little of testosterone. When you have little testosterone, you start developing depressive symptoms like low motivation and energy. It can decrease your muscle mass and increase body fat, and also having mood swings. So before we get into the portion of what to do to increase your testosterone, let's dive deep into what to avoid to maintain healthy levels of testosterone. Some of you are not gonna like this one. Number one is avoiding all plastics. Now, avoiding all plastic might seem a bit extreme considering how pervasive they are in our daily life. It's practically challenging to eliminate them entirely because plastics are found almost everywhere. For instance, many of our clothing items, including those stretchy materials, even the underwear we wear close to our balls, are made with synthetic fibers derived from plastic. Also frequently use plastic items for drinking and eating. Excessive exposure to plastic has been proven to have negative side effects on testosterone and sperm quality due to a molecule known as BPA, which comes from plastics. There is hard evidence literally backing this shit up. I used to hear people talk about this, and in the back of my mind, I just thought people were trying to find new ways to boost testosterone, but it's actually true. Several studies have shown that BPA can act as an endocrine disruptor, meaning it can interfere with the body's endocrine systems, the hormone system. Trying to cut out all plastics from our lives is super tough because plastic is pretty much everywhere. But I've decided to do what I can to use less of it, especially for the things that touch my body a lot. For example, I've stopped wearing tight underwears made from synthetic materials and switched to ones made from natural stuff. When it comes from drinking, I don't use plastic bottles or cups anymore. Instead, I pour my drinks into glass or metal cups. And for staying hydrated, especially when I'm out exercising like at the gym, I use a metal water bottle instead of buying plastic water bottles or bringing a plastic water bottle with me to the gym. I also make sure not to heat up food in plastic containers because when they get hot, they might release chemicals into the food. Another chemical you need to avoid is pesticide. You know that shit that is used to kill cockroaches that's in the stuff that we use to clean the bathrooms? Yeah, you're gonna have to stay away from inhaling that shit since it has negative side effects on your testosterone levels. Stay away from PFAS, chemicals found in non-stick pots and pans. They're made to resist heat and keep oils, stains, and water away. These chemicals can get into the water you use for showering and doing dishes. PFAS don't go away in nature and can build up in our bodies over time, leading to serious health issues. It's not just about lower testosterone levels that we're worried about here. There's also a risk of getting cancer. Reduce the amount of stress you're facing on a day-to-day basis. Numerous studies support the link between stress and reduced levels of testosterone. For instance, research has found that men who experience chronic stress or severe anxiety have significantly lower levels of testosterone. Reducing the stress might sound like something difficult to do when you have a full-time job that is extremely stressful, but you can simply just listen to calm music and go for a walk in nature and feel the breeze. This alone is enough to get you relaxed and reduce that cortisol in your body. Or you can do any other activity that you know that reduces stress for you. Soy products mimics estrogen, so it's good to avoid that. Licorice root decreases testosterone. Trans fat found in processed food and fried food can decrease your testosterone. Vegetable oils, which contain polyunsaturated fatty acids, which might affect testosterone if consumed in large amounts. You need to avoid that as well. So here's what you need to take or do to increase your testosterone. First, if your sleep isn't good, forget about all I've said in this video. If your sleep quality isn't sufficient, then increasing your testosterone levels are going to be hard. Make sure you get vitamin D. You can get vitamin D from the sun. Just make sure you're wearing sunscreen to protect yourself from the sun damage. If you barely see the sun, just make sure to take vitamin D supplements. Good quality of vitamin D has been linked to having high testosterone. DHEA is a naturally occurring hormone that can convert into testosterone. Some studies suggest that DHEA supplementation can increase testosterone level. If you are zinc and magnesium deficient, which you probably are if you don't consume enough fish, yogurts, and beans, increasing your consumption can increase your testosterone levels. Make sure you're working out. Strength training specifically has been proven to boost testosterone, but it's mainly to keep a healthy body since obesity has been linked to lower levels of testosterone, and you want to avoid that at all costs.